Hi, hello, my name's Than, short for Nathaniel. So today, or tonight, it's really late. I've never filmed this late before, so we'll see how that goes. I wanted to talk about some new K-beauty things that I have been accumulating, some more recent than others, some things I've had for a while now, but yeah, anyways, I have so much K-beauty things to review and I have even more stuff on the way, so it's time. It's time for some K-beauty. So the majority of what I'm going to be talking about today is from this brand called Amuse. You can get them on Olive Young Global, as well as a bunch of other sites, but typically I like to order from Olive Young because you often get like a lot of free gifts, bonuses, like special sets sold just on Olive Young, and there's free shipping above $60, which is pretty reasonable, and you get so much for $60 from like K-beauty. So I have their brand new Meta Fixing Cushion, vegan cushion. It's a vegan line, and I have it in the shade 1 Bosong. And I haven't opened this yet. I never do like a first impression on here anymore because I always just open. So this is what happened. I like cracked the seal, but I didn't even look at the packaging yet, but it's beautiful, I can promise you that. So it's housed in this like gorgeous blue cushion. I mean, look at this. So pretty. I also have their Dew Jelly Vegan Cushion in the same shade. I haven't done a review on this, but I've been testing it out for months and I love it. Yeah, so I'll talk about this one a little bit more once we test this, but yeah, I love this one, so my expectations for this are pretty high. Also from Amuse, I have their Soft Cream Cheek. I know it's like, looks more like it would be like a lip tint or something, but it is a cream cheek product. I have it in the shade 32 Pink Toast. On Olive Young, I believe there's 3 or 4 shades available, but they're always sold out. Like, I had to wait so long, checking like every day for this to be back in stock, because I really wanted this shade. I didn't think I would want the other two, so I was really adamant about getting this shade, and it's sold out again, so sorry, but I'll let you know when it's back. But it has this cute little star applicator. I have tried this, so not exactly first impressions on this one, but you know. And then with my most recent order, I got a mini of their Dew, what is it called? It's like their, I think it's the Dewy Full Tint or something. Dewy something tint. It's their Dewy Tint. And I have the shade number 2, but I'm not sure what the name is because it's in Korean, but I'll just look it up real quick, hold on. So I have number 2 Breeze. There's quite a few shades in this formula. This I did just try because it was just so cute. I was like, you know, just curious, just popped it on the lips real quick. So I'll talk about that, but still kind of first impression-ish. I'm a really big lip tint fan in general. That's one of like the first products that I ever tried from makeup, like period, were like the Para Ink Airy Velvet tints. And for, you know, up until I started my channel really, it's all I wore were the lip tints, not really any lipsticks or anything, and I'm still just venturing into lipsticks, so. And then from Rom&nd, they have a bunch of these like garden palettes. It's their like garden series, and this one is Peach Dahlia Garden. And it's just really pretty. I also picked up Berry Fuchsia Garden, and I don't know, these just both stuck out to me because they have these really vibrant shimmers here, which is very uncommon in K-beauty. Here's another K-beauty palette that I have that I never reviewed, from Wake Make. And you can see this one overall is just more muted. I mean, it has this kind of like matte, this deeper berry matte over here, but compared to this is just a little bit more like, you know. And I've seen some others, like Espoir has a bunch of more vibrant palettes as well, but I don't know, these just really stood out to me, and I've been wanting to pick up the garden palettes for a while, so there's a couple more I'm interested in too, but we'll try these. I'm gonna stick with this one for this video, and this will be in a future review. And then a couple skincare things that I wanted to talk about kind of more briefly. Is this AHC Safe On Light Sun Serum. So I'm gonna be trying this on my face for the first time today. I'm gonna be using the mini because, yeah, I'd rather just use up this before I dive into the full size. But I tried a little on my hand and it looks like it comes in like, I don't know, capsules almost, and it's like this like clear, pinky, serum-y texture, really cool. I've been trying, this is probably the 6th sunscreen that I'm trying right now, currently. All Korean, and I have another one on the way that I really want to try too. I wear sunscreen pretty much every day, even if I'm only gonna be in the sun for like 20 minutes on the way to work, I still always wear sunscreen. And a quick little shout out to these So Good toner pads. It's a small brand started by Sue, who's a YouTuber. She's a Korean YouTuber, does all kinds of K-beauty reviews, and I love her, and this product is so amazing. This is kind of like, not my first type of toner pad, but first of its kind that I'm trying, because I feel like the other ones that I've tried have been more exfoliating. This one's more of like a calming, hydrating, and it's like an instant hydration. And I've been loving it. I like it as well. So the pads are really big, so you can kind of use them as like little face masks. I do like one here, and then I can cut one up and do it kind of on my dry patches up here. And I've also just used it like sweeping it all over too, which is, it's perfectly fine. You definitely get the hydration that way as well. Okay, so let's get into it. Lots of stuff to talk about. God, I always forget I'm blind. Okay, so because the way that I would probably wear a cushion is with SPF under, I think, you know, it just makes sense for me to try it under or on top of an SPF. So let's go in with this. Pretty exciting. SPF 50 PA+++, brightening and anti-aging effect. And then the rest is in Korean. But let's take a look at this texture. So look at it. It's so cool looking. It has like little pink beads in it. You definitely need like this amount for your whole face. A good rule of thumb, I know I kind of just put it out that way, but basically you want to draw 2 like pretty generous lines along at least 2 of your fingers. I honestly 3 to be safe, for your face and neck, and that's how you get the full protection. It's kind of like, almost looks like, I don't even know. What does this look like? It almost looks like a little like fruit cup, like a ground up fruit cup. And it does have a slight fruit scent, very minimal. Like it smells like a fruity sparkling water. I guess you'll see the little like kind of fruity beady parts sort of like break down and burst. Oh, I can really smell it as you're blending it in, but it's very pleasant and kind of fresh. Oh, and it does feel very nice. I find most Korean sunscreens have just a really nice serum-like texture. Some are more like milky or creamy, but always more light compared to US, you know. It does feel a little weird putting on sunscreen at like almost 10 p.m., but whatever, I'm gonna be washing it off anyways. And I would say this definitely gives you that glass skin finish. Very dewy. Doesn't feel heavy on the skin at all though. It just, I don't know, it's keeping that fresh feeling. Okay, so the Meta Fixing Cushion. Again, I have the shade Bosong. Here's the inside. And the puff. Oh my god, this is so cute. Very soft puff. Feels nice. And actually, it's pretty roomy. I feel like I can get 3 fingers. Sometimes the loop, I've broken. I've like popped this off on my videos before, live, and they've gone flying. But, you know, hopefully this one feels sturdy, so hopefully that doesn't happen. And it has a cute little bunny smiley face that says, I'm vegan. I'm not vegan, but it's cute. And proof that I haven't tried it yet. Let's break this seal. Oh, yes. So it looks like the cushion itself is more of a typical cushion pad. In the Dew Jelly cushion, it has like a more netting. It's kind of similar, you know, it's pretty much the same, like compact. But the cushion itself, this one is a more netting type rather than the more spongy looking type. But let me just feel with my finger. Oh, the cushion is it's a lot firmer than I thought, for sure. Here's the shade. Oh, it definitely swatches on a little deeper. This is the lightest shade, by the way. I mean, it should be fine. It should be fine. I can always lighten up with a little bit of concealer. I mean, it probably is gonna look natural, but I don't know, we'll see. It's a little dark. It seems, real quick actually, I'm just gonna swatch the Dew Jelly next to it. We'll just see how they compare. It's so different. I can tell these are very different formulas, the two cushions. The Dew Jelly cushion has almost no coverage. It's super natural. That's kind of why I like it. It's just really easy to kind of throw on, and it's so glowy. It's like one of the glowiest things. It's very like perfecting rather than covering. Yeah, I mean, I put the Dew Jelly right there. I don't even know if you can see it on my hand. Next to this Meta Fixing. And this is setting down on my hand, but it's a slower set down. I feel like it's gonna be good to kind of work in. I don't think you're gonna have to like rush to sort of like perfect it right off the bat, like some matte foundations and things you have to, you know? All right, so here I go. First dip with the puff. Gets a decent amount on there. One tip is if you get too much product on there, you can always kind of wipe it on the cap part, and some of them will even have a textured pad on here, so it's easy to kind of, you know, distribute it onto that pad, and then you can even just keep working from that instead of dipping in and in and in to get more product. But I'll just start with this and we'll see how it goes. Ooh. I mean, I know it's supposed to be more matte, and it looked matte on my hand, but there's a really nice glow still. I mean, I'm sure that the sunscreen's coming through some, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see how this kind of dries down more. Right now, it looks really nice. My skin looks really, really nice. Definitely more coverage than the Dew one. The Dew Jelly Cushion, really, I mean, expect to kind of get literally nothing, but it's also just so nice. You gotta feel it. It's very unique. Yeah, I have to say, this is definitely not as matte as I was expecting. I mean, actually right now I'm getting kind of zero matte. Like no matte. I guess I don't know, it did fix on my hand. It looked matte on my hand. For concealer, I'm just gonna take a bit of Blunder Cover in shade 1. I don't have any K-Beauty Korean concealers or anything, surprisingly. But I am trying one soon, so that'll be fun. I do want to do a bit of M Cosmetics Terra. I'm also going to go in with probably the Rom&nd contour after, but I just want to go with this first, just for some overall kind of warmth. I know I haven't reviewed this yet, but I've really been liking it and I just want to use it. I'm not going to go crazy into detail because I am going to have a Westman Atelier video coming soon. But I did get the new Vital Press skincare powder in the shade Pink Bubble. And I just want to use that to set a little bit under the eyes and just where I'm going to contour and under my jaw, you know. And I'm going to be using the large Chikuhodo eyeshadow brush for this. And actually I'm going to take the smooth buffer, just put that under here. So now let's go into this blush. Again, I have the shade number 32 Pink Toast. This is a very sheer formula, so I might go in with something else just to build the color, because I do like to do more of a, you know, blushed look usually. But this is just kind of a, like, warmish, neutralish pink. Just picking it up from the back of my hand with the finger. Super natural, extremely easy to blend, and very fresh feeling. I do love some fresh makeup. I do wish that it came in a bigger bottle, to be honest, and with a bigger applicator. This little tiny star thing, I mean, you'll see how sheer it is, so it's good if you really don't want a lot of blush, or if you're going for just, you know, a more natural look, but it would be nice to have just more for me. Okay, so let's start on the eye look. And it's Peach Dahlia Garden. There's a few different types of glitters and shimmers and everything in this. And shade names on the back. Hopefully you can see that. I've swatched some of these shades, but not all of them. So I'm starting with the Refer 27, and I'm just gonna start light. I'm going into the lightest shade over here, which is called Light Maroon. Wait, what? Wait, that can't be right. Oh no, it's Peach Cream. And this, I'm just gonna kind of do a light dusting all over the eye, just to sort of brighten a little bit as kind of like a base. Then I'm taking the one right next to it called Milky Dahlia. It's just slightly, oh, this one is much more powdery. The other one, kind of digging into it, it seems it's a little more hard pressed. But you know, this is pretty light too. It's just a smidge peachier, but definitely more kick up. See, now these mattes seem very typical for K-Beauty, really not that pigmented. Switching to one of my trusty little cute short handle Bisciotto brushes, the one over here, which is the light maroon, which I don't really get any of that. It's more of like a super soft, like neutral brown. Slightly warmer on the eyes. And then straight into the one below it, which is Mild Soil. Slightly deeper, slightly more brown. A little cooler. And then back in with the more powdery, creamy shade. Now we're gonna sort of start to amp up the color. I'm going into Real Dahlia, which is the brighter peach here. Gonna use Sonia Blender Pro for this color. This is powdery in the same way as the lighter cream. Wow, it is definitely less pigmented on the eye than I thought. I haven't put this on the eyes yet. I've only swatched a few of the colors. Huh. Wow. Maybe this is more typical K-Beauty than I thought. Hold on. The shimmers seemed punchier. Okay, Sonia G Worker 3, I'm gonna try to kind of pack this on as much as I can in a more, there we go. Picking up a little bit more. There we go. Now it's showing up some. But still pretty soft, to be honest. Well, that's okay. We're gonna get most of the impact from the shimmers. Now with my finger, I'm going into kind of the main event, which is Orange Sorbet. That's center metallic. And it's sort of a peachy gold, so I feel like the majority of what I'm getting in this lighting is the gold. It's like peach with a gold flip. It's kind of duochromy, but it's very subtle. Now I'm going into the shade next to that, called Pink Quartz. This one is a little bit more reflective, it seems. Yeah, definitely. I would say a lot more. It's a smidge, oh my god, my new favorite word, smidge. It's not chunky, it's just a smidge grittier because it just has a little more glitter. Yeah, very pretty, very impactful. I wish that this metallic had that same punch, but that's okay. Thought it was gonna. And then Refer 28, which is just a little tiny flat shader. I'm going with the lightest sort of pearl shade. More satiny, but still not quite satin. A little more than satin, a little less than glitter. You know what? Now that it's all done, I'm looking up really close. I can see the peachiness of that main shade more. And it works really nicely with the matte that kind of goes with it, you know? Oh, here it is. I lost this little itty bitty baby tint just to give you a kind of like visual. Let me hold it up next to... So this is the Rom&nd Dewy Full Water Tint. So actually this is not called Dewy Full. This is the Dewy Full Water Tint from Rom&nd, but so this must just be like Dew Tint or something. But look how tiny, so little. It's super cute. Okay, so depending on this color, we'll see. I might add more blush, not sure. Here's the blush from before though. Actually, I'll swatch it next to it. Really glossy, definitely a little more orangey than the blush, but I feel like still sort of in the same realm. Oh yeah, it still has like a peachiness to it for sure. Feels really smooth. I love the color. It looks very different on my lips than on my hand. And I think, maybe. I don't know, I'm blind. It feels great though, and my lips are kind of dry, usually have some dead skin, you know, whatever. But this is not emphasizing any of that. It has a slight taste. It's almost like a fruity bubblegummy taste, but it's not super strong. Do I want to add more blush? I'm gonna add a little bit more blush. Just like a dot on each side. This definitely sets down, this blush. Let's use another product I haven't reviewed yet. The Lisa Eldridge Elevated Glow in Pink Moon. I mean, I've reviewed, oh god. I've reviewed Crystal Nebula, which I love, one of my favorites. But yeah, I love Pink Moon, of course. No surprise there. At this point, it probably won't be included in a full review because, you know, my thoughts, it's clear. I love it, recommend it, definitely get it. This one's just a little bit more pinky opposed to the gold one that I have. If like rose gold and like a pink pearl had a baby. Gonna do a bit more shading and contour with the Rom&nd Better Than Shape powder in number 3 Oat Grain with my Shaquda angled face brush. Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Brow Gel in Taupe. Lancome Lash Idole Mascara. Holy wonky lashes, oh my god. These lashes are always so crazy. I think that's it, so let's zoom in and we'll go over my final thoughts. So let me start with the sunscreen. This is probably one of the most unique sunscreens I've tried so far. And again, I've been recently trying a lot and I've already tested, you know, so many, but yeah, right now I'm currently using like 6 different ones. It's crazy. And this is definitely the most unique so far. It just has a jelly, kind of jelly serum-y, and I don't know, I like the scent actually. It is just very fresh feeling and smelling. And on my hand, this cushion looked very matte, but I feel like this sunscreen may have added just like a really nice glow. I'm excited to see how this wears at work kind of under my mask, because what I've been finding with some of them is that by the end of the day, the sunscreen kind of like pills up weird, especially like over like my mustache. It's weird. Not all of them do that, but I've been finding some of them do. And I sweat a lot, so that kind of has something to do with it too. So if this one doesn't do that weird build-up thing on my mustache, then might be a winner. This cushion is beautiful. Honestly, I'm really excited about it because it almost has like a similar finish to the Dew one, to be honest. But this actually has coverage, so yeah, I'm not getting matte from it at all. Even where I powdered, I'm still getting like a luminosity. I will say there's slight creasing, very slight. Like on my, well, actually, you know what? It's not even as bad as I thought it was. Huh. Like in my smile lines, it's a little bit weird. I probably could have powdered there a little more and it would be fine, but yeah, I'm really impressed. I think the shade works good too, thank God. I mean, what sucks about this and a lot of the Korean ranges is they're extremely limited. Usually it's 3 shades, is some even only 2, but they're getting better. I've seen some ranges upwards of like 10, 7 to 10, so still limited. So you gotta kind of be lucky to find a shade that'll match you. I would say packaging, price point, they are on the more luxurious side of K-Beauty. It's around $40 each one. Usually you can get them on sale at Olive Young, but also they don't come with refills. This one I may have gotten in a set with a refill actually, but this one was not a set with a refill. So, you know, be on the lookout for the sets with the refills because that's definitely more bang for your buck. But yeah, I love the aesthetic of this brand as a whole, but especially these cushions. Just very nice. Mine did come with this little pouch though. So like I said before, usually there's some sort of little deal. Like I got this and the mini tint. So, you know, pros and cons. The little Amuse Dew Tint, I love, obsessed. I did order a full size of a different shade, so I'll have another shade to kind of look at, and if I like that one, there's definitely a couple more that I have my eye on that I would love to try. And now I'm actually even more interested to try their matte formula. They have like a matte or velvet sort of tint. I think it's called like Shoo Shoo Tint or something, maybe. I could just be making that up. Maybe not. I don't know. It's very comfortable on the lips, feels moisturizing. Sometimes the dewier tints, even though they go on really nice and hydrating, moisturizing, all that, shiny, after a while they do kind of dry out your lips. This, I can feel it has more of like a, I think the word's occlusive? Yeah, it's more occlusive. I'm sure, you know, you'd want to probably reapply it a little bit. Or add like a gloss or lip balm on top too in the long run. And it does stain nicely. So here's a stain, and I was cleaning my hand with a cleansing oil and this was still left over. So I feel like it definitely has a good stain and staying power. Okay, so the soft cream cheek I do really like. It's super cute. Love the little star applicator, but at the same time, I do wish it was a bigger applicator too, because I mean, for most people it's gonna be fine, and it's not like this is super sheer, it's like medium pigment, I would say. You could definitely build it up more. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it's nice to start small, I guess. If they came out with a brighter pink shade in this, I would definitely be willing to pick that up, but right now this is kind of the only one of the shades that I'm interested in. The others are a little more warm tone, but yeah, if they came out with a brighter pink, a more raspberry or something, I'd be into that. And the texture, it is very like soft creamy, like it's almost like a moussey cream texture. Not super moussey, but subtle, a subtle moussey cream texture. And then the eyeshadow palette, I'm kind of mixed on because I do like this final look, but I feel like they swatched a little more intense. I mean, this one right here, which I have kind of going up into the eye like this, is definitely my favorite shade. It's just the most impactful. The mattes, I do wish they were a little bit more pigmented, but I guess that's kind of the soft, typical K-Beauty kind of look. And then these two over here, they're kind of that like, what do they call that? They're in like the Taupe Beauty palette. Oh, sequin. The sequin shades. I hate sequin shades. They serve literally zero purpose. I can't. All the shimmers kind of like dust away. It's a glorified matte. That's just like annoying. But I'm still very excited to try the Berry Fuchsia Garden because I feel like, I don't know, like these are definitely deeper than the shades in here. So this is a little bit more promising. There's also a glitter texture that's not in this one. It's a little bit flakier, but also has that kind of like self-adhesive sort of built into the formula. So it feels creamier, almost like if you remember my review of the One Piece palette. So it has that kind of really smooth feeling, even though it's like bigger particles, it still feels smooth. I think, from what I remember swatching. I swatched it like a week ago, so I don't know. So that palette will probably be in my next KB review, or another one will be. I don't know. Like I said, I've been hoarding so much K-beauty. But you'll see it eventually. Okay, so that's all for today. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the bell so you're notified every single time that I upload a new video. Follow my Instagram, PrettyEarthAndGram. Follow me on Newness so you're notified every single time that I'm doing a live stream. All my socials, products, everything linked down below. And yeah, okay, goodbye.